Hello, everyone. Hello, if this is your first time tuning in, seeing us live, hi, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Iris, and today join me live together with my business partner from Singapore as well, Jen. So today we actually wanted to share with all of you in this month of July, every Monday at 8:30. Both of us will talk about evening chat, a topic about quite close to our heart is about retirement. So many many people might think that we are still young and why we think about retirement at this age. To my definition, my retirement, it doesn't mean that we have to wait until in our golden age above 65. Only then can enjoy our retirement. To me, actually, retirement is something about the freedom that I can enjoy early and doesn't need of my financial, and I have the freedom to travel freely, have my time more with my family. So today we want to talk about this. And of course, if you're first time tuning in live, again, would like to intro a bit. I'm a mother of three from Singapore. And how about you, Jen? Maybe I pass over to you. Have a short intro of yourself.
Yes, hi. Thanks everyone who is joining us live or watching our replay. Yeah, my name is Jen. I'm from Singapore. But Iris, I am a working mom, but I've got two teenage boys. So we are really excited to be here to share with you, some of our thoughts about retirement in this whole new series. Yeah. So, like what Iris mentioned earlier, right? Some people may wonder, hey, we talk about retirement lifestyle and we are still quite young. So maybe, I just want to ask Iris, what does retirement means to you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't
Hello.
hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you. I think
Now
it
is it
broke.
better?
Now
Now
it's
it's
okay.
better. Yeah, okay, yeah. So actually, this topic is also how to say yeah, I don't
Very
think it's
close to our
actually
heart.
too, yeah, not too early to talk about that because
Yes.
we need to have a plan. We need to have a plan because as what I wanted to say is I myself already working in the corporate for over 15 years and also very busy with those busy lifestyle, and moreover also a mother of three is actually quite handful and always find that time is always not enough. It's not because of that I don't have enough time, and also talking about the financially sometimes you just feel that it's just not enough to cover the ever rising inflation, and the expenses is just keep getting higher and higher. So this actually struck in my mind that how long should I actually have to keep on going to work that in fact can enough a retirement fund for myself. And of course we doesn't want to burden our children with our with because we don't want to burden our children, right? And also at the same time we also have this health that we have to really take care of, because we doesn't want to be when we get older we have another burden to our children. So a lot of things is actually happening and crossing in my mind that retirement is not something that we only will know about that after our 60s. So what we want is we have more time, more freedom, financially freedom, and no worry about the expenses. So that's the reason why we have to come to our mind that we need to do a plan. And right now is actually the right time, and it's not too late or not too early to plan for that at this age. So Jen, how about you? Back to you.
I to me, right, retirement means that I can choose not to work, or rather,
Yes.
I work not because I have to work. I work because I want to work. So to me, that is retirement. Now, people tends to think that retirement equals that you don't do anything at all, but that's not my definition. My definition is um, I don't have to work because I have to earn the money. And during this time, um, during the retirement stage, right, I'll be doing a lot more work that are maybe I would say more, we call it pro bono, probably free to the community, able to serve, really in the community. And I always think that is something that is more meaningful and more purposeful in life. So it also means that, right, in my retirement, to me, is that I would have the freedom to choose what I want to do. And when I have the freedom, it can be it time freedom, be it financial freedom, or even the wellness freedom. Because I don't want to come to a stage where when I am like 60 years old or 65 or 70 years old, I work until then, right? And then you don't have the health, or you don't have the physical health or the mental health to work. So that is to me, what retirement is about, and why is it for me also is so important to think about it right now. Um, and like you say, Iris, it's never too early, to think about it, because I believe everyone who come into this world has a bigger purpose in life. There's always something they have to deliver in the world, and I don't I don't agree that people like us, ordinary people, are here to study, work hard, get married, settle down, have kids, and then work until the retirement age. So I totally don't think that our life is just meant to be like that. I think our life can do something more meaningful. Yeah, so that is why for me I feel that I said earlier, I don't want to wait until 65 years old, then we retire. By then, we don't know what's in it for us, and it is important to me that now we work on it so I can actually create the very positive and impactful, meaningful type of difference to other people or within the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Because to me, right, for example, I actually wanted to do more, contribute more to the society and volunteering, and
Mm,
be it whether physically contribution or monetary contribution, I enjoy both. And
mm,
honestly speaking, I myself is also already adopted contribute to sponsor two child
mm.
the World Vision. I found
Okay.
that it is quite happy seeing them grow up and create an impact to their family, because I know that in order to help them to get out of the poverty, right, is through education. We are not saying money is everything. It's just the beginning to create the impact to help family to achieve out of the poverty. So just recently I received a letter from them. I feel very happy grown up. Uh, and one of it is like they are planning to, she's planning to maybe further this, already about 17 years old. So maybe, yeah, once she study that, I can actually another child. So in fact, I myself also have that kind of plan that wanted to really visit them in a way.
Mm,
But because we are working full time and we are just have this limited number of leave available, and
yeah.
sometimes we just are not enough the annual leave for us to use. That's the reason why I I don't find the kind of freedom of the time that I wanted to do the things that I love.
Yes.
So in a way that retirement to me is really as agree same like what Jen mentioned. It's not about doing nothing or just spending your golden age uh, like yeah, some people they might like to just do anything or whatever they like their hobbies, but yeah, I'm thinking why I should need to wait until that age only, then I can do the things, right? I can actually do it much earlier. But in
Yes.
order to speed up, in order to achieve that, to have a 10 or 15 years earlier, what I mean is maybe by 50 years old, instead of waiting until 65, I can already start to enjoy the kind of lifestyle. And I have that I have that capacity to do all this contribution, I will feel like it's more meaningful and happy.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the reason why it come to my mind that that's a plan, uh what I'm trying to do it and prepare for
Mm,
now. So
thanks a
how about
lot.
yeah, yeah, Jen? I know
My
that your boys in your teenage years already, right? So
yes,
very
yes.
soon they will
So
be
yeah, so because as they grow up, sometimes you have more time to do what you want. So I also start to think, okay, when they grow up, I have a bit more time. What else can I do? And I don't want to spend my time just working, honestly. So my ideal and my thought of my retirement lifestyle is, of course, number one. I think many of people who have known me would know that I really wanted to build a cat shelter for the community cats. So
mm,
I'm able to provide them with good nutrition and also medical care. I really want to be able to have a space where it is safe for them, and it is something that is very close to my heart. Currently, I can't do much. I can do bit by bit whatever within what I can. I've adopted two cats from the streets. I do whatever contributions I can. So, but that's a bigger dream that I have. And because with good nutrition that we give to the cats, they can have a better quality of life. So and of course medical care. So this is actually one of my biggest dream.
yeah,
The other dream, other lifestyle I have is that, of course, to be able to travel with my kids, even though they are teenagers or next time being adults, I still believe that having that bonding is important. So, by then, if they are older, scheduling is even more difficult, right? So, I would like to be able to travel as and when, wherever I want with them, and continue that bond, without having to worry about money, of course, without worry about our leave, and to be able to, support them in their passion in whatever they want to do.
yes,
Okay, my third point, is people who have also know me that the other group I want to work with is children who are at risk, who are being abused or abandoned by their parents and staying in the shelter or in the homes. That is another big group of people that I want to do. And this group of children, they need people who are there for them, present for them, which they want, but they never get it in their life. So I really want to be able to make a difference to them as well. Yeah. So ultimately, all these things that I want to do, we need to have that freedom to choose to do, and these are the things that, uh, if I don't retire early, I may not have the ability to do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
And honestly, all these require money, right?
yeah.
Because the finance is something is a big chunk of it instead of having the kind of freedom. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why that if let's say we can take care of our financial expenses and
Mm,
freedom of it, then we can have the capacity to extra to contribute to the society,
yeah.
which I think that is quite meaningful. Yeah, as and when I think that if let's say we are able to help others, it just create the kind of happiness that you yourself will feel it, right, Jen?
Yeah.
So
Actually, yeah. Actually, just not about the financial. It's really also, if you have the money, you don't have the time. It's also quite meaningless, right? Because
you have to strike the
um,
balance. Yeah,
yeah, we also need the time to be able to give back and now be present and do things. I do know people. Some of people, they have a lot of money, but they don't have the time to spend with their family or to spend with whatever that they want to do. So yeah, so ultimately, like you say, it's a balance that we need to have. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So
So
I find
yeah,
yeah, Jen, you go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So I think, this is our little bit of sharing how we our perspective about retirement. Before I want to maybe have some um, um, food for thought for everyone. Maybe Iris, you have anything else you want to share with the people who are watching us?
Yeah. So I know that a lot of people they in Singapore context what I can understand now is really a lot of people wanted to really retire early. But the
Mm,
thing is how to retire early because we in Singapore we know that how high is the living expenses.
oh yes.
Yes, and in order to really enjoy, remain the same lifestyle after you retire, it's not that easy. That's the reason why we need to have a different portfolio. Beside from just relying on your single source of income that which you can get the CPF contribution every month, the saving, I think you also need to think about maybe another portfolio like investment or if you want to invest in a property or in a stock market or anything that can generate a passive income for you. And of course, for myself, besides from different kind of portfolio like insurance or investment, I'm actually venture this online business because this online business actually giving me uh, the kind of dream that potential that it can actually speed up my retirement plan because of the if you are actually in this community you will understand why like Jen do you understand you can see the kind of potential right a lot of
Yeah.
people they actually retire really early because of this because
Right.
this business is really borderless it's online and it's just globally so there's actually outreach to everywhere not just limited to Singapore if let's say you're talking about investment in property, yeah, yes, right, you can actually invest in another country. But the thing is, it requires very high capital, which not everyone might have that kind of cash flow. So for myself, I actually try to be invest in this business in hope that it can actually speed up my retirement plan. Right. So how about you, Jen?
I
Do you
feel
do
that
anything? Yeah.
yeah, I feel the most important thing is um, investing in ourselves, right?
Yes.
It is not just about working or just investing in other type of portfolios, but I believe in investing in ourselves. And only when you invest in yourself, then you will also start to grow. And a lot of things you will realize that it will just naturally fall in place. Yeah. So, before we end the session, I also want the audience to think about this. Have you really thought about your future? Or, have you really thought about what type of retirement lifestyle you envision? How does it look like? So, sometimes we may be too scared to think about it because we don't want to think about it. Or sometimes we feel that, oh, life is just a routine, just take things at a time. So if you have not started to think about what your retirement lifestyle is going to be like, maybe it's time, after listening to us, think about it, and I hope that, whichever way you do, start thinking about it as the first step to build
Yes.
your type of desired
Retirement. Yeah.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything start with the first step. Yeah. Be
Mm,
bold to take the action. Whichever things that you think is suitable for you, just go ahead with it. Sometimes if you think too much, it might be actually an obstacle and you
yeah.
might just too scared to even take the step. You might not know that it probably can bring you to another perspective for life that yeah, right?
Yes.
So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who tuning in live or watching the replay. So let's join us live again next Monday at 8:30. So we will bring you to another topic. All right. Thank you so much and
Thank
bye
you.
bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, feel free to can visit us. This is our website. Bye bye.